welcome to Breaking 80. It is Yo Girl Tammy, my buddy Joel Wilson here to talk about golf, baby.
We're talking about the Masters.
We're going to talk about the Masters, babies. I still wore the green colors that represent for the Masters Sunday that occurred. And
I know that you're upset that Rory won, aren't you?
I love him so much. So
Tell me, were you a little worried there for a while?
oh my God, what an exciting event. It was totally crazy. It showed how hard it is to win a Grand Slam. He had to really, really, really earn it. The universe made him work for it so hard to become part of history. And I knew it wasn't a done deal when he was on the tee on 18. I knew it wasn't a done deal when he was taking a second shot on 18. I knew it wasn't done on the sand. I knew it wasn't done with his putt for par on 18. I just knew, because golf is crazy. You just don't know.
Well, he had a four-stroke lead at one point, and it's like, okay, it's over with. Give him the green jacket, and then it's Masters, and it's the back nine at Augusta. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen for sure. And it did not disappoint. Man, if golf is not an exciting sport, I don't know what is. If you're not into watching golf, maybe, you haven't lived.
That's
But no,
exactly it.
yeah.
So let me go back. How has your golfing been over the last couple weeks?
My personal golf has been improving. I'm working with my coach. It's funny. I taught myself to golf 25 years ago, and you can always improve. And I'm so grateful that I'm going to a coach to see how I was failing at some of the basics. I knew that I was always not getting my hips through to get more distance on my drives. And this has been frustrating me for years. I've watched these beautiful swings online for years and these hips pushing the ball through. I just wasn't there, but it was the way it was the way I was standing, the way I was moving. And so now I've got this coach, swing coaches, they're so great.
Mm-hmm.
They just see immediately they can see what you're doing and not
Exactly.
doing. So it's helping a lot. When I started with him, I've only seen him a couple of times, but we talk and stuff. And when I started with him, got an eagle right away. And
But then
on
you
a par
followed it up with
five.
bogey, double bogey, bogey, right?
That's right. Oh my God, what a round. And because my swing is still in construction and I've been golfing a long time, so I definitely know to give myself grace. I've seen friends go through this. When you get a new driver, it takes a couple of weeks to get used to it or a month,
Mm-hmm.
or longer. So the same thing, every adjustment that I make, I'm practicing here at home in my yard on my golf net outside. And then I'm going to the course every single day. I need to practice what I'm doing. And I think in about a month, maybe I can put a lot of it together and see what my real numbers will look like. So I'm not playing consistently on the course, but I'm not going to hold it against me because I know that I'm in transition.
Exactly. If people see that the backdrop is a little different, I'm in my new Digital Guru studio here in Myrtle Beach. I've moved out of the old one. Just got too small and too cramped, and now I'm here, and I'm enjoying this. You are my first podcast on the video portion of this. I've had people come in and sit down, but you're the very first video portion for the podcast. So thank you.
Awesome. And I love the studio. It looks super cool. I love the on-air sign. I can't wait to be there someday.
You will have to be here, and it's a beautiful day today. It is like 75 degrees. We have Monday after the Masters. While you're out there golfing, I'm having lunch yesterday with Robert Gomez, three-time PGA Tour winner, won the Valspar a few years ago when he's 56 now, trying to get back into the senior tour. But it was interesting to watch the Masters to a guy who's played in the Masters. And he goes, I
That's
don't care how
incredible.
hard it is, it's tough. And I said, being a 15 handicap, what could I shoot on the Masters, on Augusta, on today? He says, bro, you couldn't break 120.
I was just going to say 120 For sure. Same for myself. I'm sure I would shoot 120.
Mm-mm.
You've probably had this experience. I've played some really beautiful courses, really, really challenging, fast greens, deep rough, Jack Nicklaus, Arnold Palmer, Pete Dye. But some really challenging courses. I roll my eyes at Pete Dye, but I think
I
Arnold
know
Palmer.
I don't like him either, but
Yeah, yeah, that's a tough course. But some of these really high-end courses, not even championship level, and I'm shooting over 100. So if they're in championship condition, I can't even imagine the rough, the way that they prepare it for the rough.
I
So
know. Are you ready to get a little jealous?
I am so ready. Don't you dare tell me that you broke 80.
I did not break 80, but I will. My problem
That means
is
don't you
that,
dare tell me here. You text me or call me
oh, trust
first.
me, the day I break 80, I'm going to be sending you a text from the 18th, pulling the ball out of the hole going, 79, baby, 79. No, get this. I talked to Robert Gomez, had a great lunch with him yesterday. He's still a member of the PGA since he pays his dues every year. He's also a member of all the TPCs across the nation. I go, what's that mean? He goes, I can play them anytime I want. And I go, wait, you can play TPC Sawgrass, you can play Bay Hill, you can play TPC Scottsdale. He goes, yep, as a PGA member. I go, can you have somebody go with you? He goes, yep. And I said, you and I got to do a podcast together, and we are going to be doing it from TPC Sawgrass. So in the next few months, I am going to be playing TPC Sawgrass with a former PGA member. Boom.
That is cool. Very cool. That's
Isn't that
really,
cool?
really awesome.
I
I can't
know.
wait to hear it, watch it, and hear all about it.
Yeah, I'll send you a video from 17 going, I just put the 14th ball in the water, but damn it, I will put the ball on the green soon. No, I'm going to
I
give
love
myself
that.
3 shots from there, and then you know what? That's it. But I think I can put the ball on the green. It's 135 yards. I've got that shot in my bag, but you know what? The pros can't do it sometimes. I mean, 20% of the time they're hitting, they're missing it. So
Yeah, I bet so. I bet so. Boy, I can't wait to hear all about
that's going to
that
be
for
fun. That's going
sure.
to be fun. Let's turn our attention to the Masters. Now, obviously, when you did you get to watch any of it live? I know that you have a job that you have to do to pay for all your golf is what it is. You
Yeah,
work
that's
to enjoy
exactly
golf.
right. Yeah, so I nursed Thursday, Friday, Saturday at the hospital, 12-hour shifts. Each night I came home, watched a couple hours of golf, and tried to keep up with it Thursday and Friday throughout the day. Saturday, I didn't want to see anything until I got home because it was the end of my work week. Every night I went to bed late because I was watching golf. So every day I was a little tired. I was golf hungover, as they say,
As they
and
say.
that's a term. And then so Saturday night, I watched most of Saturday's round. I woke up Sunday, watched the rest of it, and then I went and played golf.
After it was over, you played. Well, see, the difference is here after golf, it was 6:30 at night. So
Yeah, yeah. So I didn't watch the final round until I played golf. So I was on the course avoiding all my friends because I'm friends with everybody at the golf course. And so I was on the course. Somebody was like, "You're playing golf during the Masters," and I was like, "Don't tell me anything."
I should
I
have
was like,
texted
"I'm
you.
recording
I
it."
should have texted you.
And you know what is so funny? After we played golf, I actually left my phone in my golf bag in my trunk because I wanted to come inside and watch the Masters. I didn't want to text, a phone call, an email because they just pop up on your phone screen, and
Yeah.
I've had like tournaments ruined for me in the past. I did not finish watching it until probably 9 p.m. my time last night.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's pretty late, but I did not have it spoiled for me. I got to enjoy every second of the drama. How awesome was it that Justin Rose is the person that he played against to win it in, sudden death?
Well, Justin Rose, he came in second at the Open Championship last year and then second at the Masters. He's had 2 straight seconds, and everybody's saying he's washed up, he's too old, he's out of it. He's back.
I don't think so, man. Justin Rose, 44 years old, he's out here giving a lot of us hope. And that at 44 or at any age, there's still like greatness to achieve. Obviously, he's Justin Rose,
Yes.
but that was so cool to see. I'm so happy for him. to see him fight back. What did he have? 6 birdies in the last 9 holes.
Yeah, he
So
was on
it was
fire.
he was on fire. It's so cool to see the magic happen in someone's face. He was so focused and he seemed so carefree because he didn't have the weight of the world on
Yep.
his shoulders. He was just like in flow.
The
And
the putt he made on 18 was about 30 feet. That was just remarkable to get to 11 under. Man, it was
that
beautiful.
was so awesome. He was so locked. It was
Hmm.
so cool. I'm sure you saw, was it Reed who had the eagle on 17 or something
Yep. He's
like
like, where'd it
that?
go? It went in? Okay, I worked with that.
He looked so confused. Been there, dude.
Yeah,
And
I was
that was so
texting back and
awesome.
forth with Rob West. He was on Big Break 19 and he's a pretty good golfer. And when Rory laid up on the first part, I think it's 12 or 13, whichever one that is, he texts me, he goes, why the blank is Rory laying up on this par five? Something's gonna happen. And the very next shot, he put it in the drink. He put it in the creek. And he goes, see, I told you. And after that, I
You
think
got to be
Rory's
aggressive the whole time. He almost, yeah.
yeah, he should have been. And then on the next par five, he goes for it and obviously hits it right there, misses the birdie putt, but gets I mean, misses the eagle putt, but gets the birdie. He had it. I think there are certain players who cannot play conservative. You can't do that. Phil Mickelson was one. I think Rory's one. You just can't. When you come out of your game being conservative,
Yeah.
it messes y'all up. Rory,
You're 100%.
he's got to just, put the pedal to the metal and go for every par five that he's got. He's got the links to do it.
Yeah, you're 100% correct. We talk about this when I'm playing with my friends a lot. You ever take a gentle 9 iron shot that goes off the rails because it's not your regular swing shape. It's
That's
not your
right.
swing. You're trying to dial something way down, and it's just not how you swing it ordinarily, unless you practice that 30% 9 iron
I
all the time.
don't.
What are yeah, what are you doing? So you're just gonna top it, hit it fat, or something like that. Every time I try and dial something down to something I don't usually play it like, you're totally right. It goes off the rails. You kind of got to stay in your game. If you're a big ball striker, you got to strike the ball big. How
Exactly.
awesome was it that he kept playing off pine needles? He
I
was like,
know. He hit some fabulous shots from in the trees to within 8 feet on the pin. It's like
his recovery shots were, Masters win worthy.
it was.
So
He deserved that win. Especially after day one where he kind of messed up on what was it? It was 15 and 17. He did a couple boo-boos and he went double bogey into even par, and I thought he was out of it. I thought he had no chance. But, he's Rory.
it's really cool. I mean, and Justin Rose, the way he battled out to almost win the tournament. And what was he down 5 strokes to start
Yep.
the day? Was he -7 or 7 under? And I mean, just incredible. Yeah, what he did, it just goes to show Sam Snead, this guy that I really like, one of the greatest, maybe top 3 great golfers all time. He had a quote in a book of his that I love, and he says, the next shot can change everything. So he says, you
Yes.
can never give up because the next shot can change everything.
Yeah, that's the problem when you're out there and you go double bogey, and then you don't even finish a hole because you're just going. You sit in the cart and you're like, I hate this game. I am never playing it. You get to a par three, you're like, I'll just play this. You hit a beautiful shot and you're within 6 inches of the hole, and you're going, I love this game.
I'm back, baby.
I
Yeah.
know.
Tomorrow.
You
Yeah.
forget everything you've done. You go, that's why we play the game right there.
I
Now,
know.
Rory got the career slam. He's the sixth person ever to do that. Tiger Woods, and then before that was Ben Hogan. Jack was before that, which I still think Jack is the greatest golfer of all time, but hey, that's just me.
I
Um,
think arguably he is. I think
he
numbers
is.
wise, he is followed by Tiger
Who's going to be
for
the
sure.
next person to get the career slam?
Ooh.
There are
Well, I
two.
wonder,
There are two current that have three of the four.
Kepka.
No, Koepka doesn't.
Oh,
All he has is PGAs and U.S. Opens.
oh, wow.
Now,
I thought Kepka was a little
one is
closer.
Phil. Phil has never
Oh,
won the
yes,
U.S.
Phil, of
Open,
course.
and the other one is Jordan Spieth, who's never won a PGA. I think
Oh,
Jordan is going to do it.
um, uh, I would agree. Yeah, Jordan's definitely going to do it. I hope that it's this year. He's had some
He
sparks of
had hand
greatness.
surgery last year, and he's still trying to recover from that. But even with his hand surgery, he's still in there every year, every week.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's had some like flashes of greatness this early springtime. That would be awesome. We love Jordan Spieth. We love Spieth and JT, the best
Hmm.
friendship. Love those guys.
It is.
Oh, how fun was Lowry giving his hug to McIlroy?
A couple of Irish people that are saying, you know what? The luck of the Irish has won the green jacket this year.
I heard one of the announcers say that too, and I was like, luck has nothing to do with it. This guy fought so hard to win the tournament. Did you see Bryson with him on the practice range before their final round, talking a
Yes.
little bit of trash?
Yes, exactly. And it's
Famous
interesting because
last words, man. Yeah, you can't go in hot like that
I
or confident
know.
like that. It always
Bryson
gets you.
goes Bryson goes 69, 68, 69, and then he follows up Friday or Sunday with a 75.
75.
I know.
Ouch.
Did you
I
see
think that's a
Nick
number I
Dunlap?
could get at an easy course.
Did you see Nick Dunlap? He shoots 90 the first day and then 71 the next day.
Crazy.
It's
Crazy. Well,
it
you know what? I don't know if you saw the pin placements. You probably did on the first day.
mhm.
I didn't get to watch them, but I was listening to like a spokesperson from IBM discuss where the pins were going to be placed for the day. And she was saying that she was discussing some really, really, really challenging
There were
pins.
some, yes.
Yeah, they're more like Sunday style, high level difficulty pins. So if people struggled on Thursday, if they made the cut, that's impressive. And a lot of Kepka didn't make the cut.
That's right.
No,
Adam
I don't
Scott
know if
didn't make
Spieth
the cut.
did.
There were a lot of people who didn't make the cut.
Yeah,
And I know that on the 16th, the par 3 16th, they changed the pin placement from the one that's down in the gully, I call it the gully, to the one up on top of the shelf for Jack because that's where the pin placement was in 1979 when Jack won his Grand Slam. So
yeah, yeah.
he's
I
a
saw that was really cool. They showed it was like a 40, 50 foot
yes,
putt or something.
that's Jack for you. That's Jack for you.
That's really cool. That would have been cool to watch Jack in his prime. I guess that content is still out there to find.
I've watched him not in his prime, but I've seen him play some good golf. I usually go to the memorial at Jack's Place. I call it Jack's Place up in Dublin, Ohio, because he's a Buckeye. I'm a Buckeye. And in fact, in my new office here, I'm looking at doing some Jack Nicklaus memorabilia to put on the walls. I have to have something there. So
That's really cool.
yes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Now, did you see? Now, obviously, if everybody started looking next year, there's 21 ways to qualify for the Masters. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah, obviously,
So
if you
you're
win, you're
saying
in.
there's a chance.
Yes, there's a chance. Obviously, if you win a tournament, you're in.
Yeah,
And then, what is it? Let me see. If you win the Masters, you're in for life.
right.
So there's a lot of people there. British Open, US Open, PGA Championship, Players Championship at TP Sawgrass, you're in. And those were like 5-year exemptions. If you win the gold medal, you're in. Did not know that.
I wonder if that's a for life thing.
No, that's not a for life thing. That's in the next
Okay,
one.
cool.
Runner up for the
So
U.S.
that's how
Amateur,
Scotty
British
got in.
Amateur.
Otherwise, so that's how Scotty got in. Otherwise, he wasn't going to probably play.
Exactly. Then there's a lot of amateurs, British amateur, Asian Pacific amateur, Latin American amateur, U.S. amateur, NCAA. There's a lot of those. The next one that I'm interested in is the top 12 finishers are automatically in next year's Masters.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so I was looking at that. I'm looking at the leaderboard, and I'm trying to figure out who's in and who's not because of that. And then, of
Hmm.
course, you're in the top of the money list you're in as well. McIlroy, he's got a lifetime exemption now. Patrick Reed, he's got a lifetime. Scotty Scheffler, lifetime. Um, Zach Johnson, lifetime. Those are the three. Those are the ones in the top 12 that are automatically in no matter what they do. They can finish dead last. They're still in.
Right.
Justin Rose is in next year's because he came in second.
Cool.
Um, Sunjay M is in because he came in fifth. So he's in
Oh,
next year's Masters.
oh, very
Bryson
nice.
DeChambeau, I think he'll still be in because he's Well, he's in the top 12. Actually, he's a live player, so he's not has any points or whatsoever. So he has to do good to get invited next year. Aberg is in, but he came in second last year. Zach Johnson's a winner. Jason Day is in next year's.
Cool.
Corey Connors is in. Harris English and Max Homa are all in next year's Masters.
Cool. I love Max Homa. I'm always looking for him to win.
He's had some problems this year. His swing has not been there, but
It's been
obviously
uncomfortable.
he found it. He found it when he needed to find it.
Hmm. How do you like the Ludwig
Ludwig
Oberg?
Oberg, he's great.
Yeah. We love this kid. He's actually my husband's favorite to be the next great one, the next Scotty Scheffler, but he has wonderful flashes of greatness. It's a shame that he blew up a little bit on the last hole
Oh my
there.
goodness, did he blow up on that last
Oh
hole?
man, it happens. That just happened to me as well yesterday. I went from sand trap to bunker with a downhill slope, so steep back into the sand. So frustrating.
Yeah,
So,
on 18, he put a tee shot into the bunker, and then his next one, he didn't get out of the bunker. He hit the lip, and it came right back at his feet. And then he
oh,
overcooked his next shot into another bunker, and then he sculled that one across the green into the little gully on the other side, and then came back. I'm like, he just wants to get out of here.
and you know what? He probably lost $2 million.
He probably lost a bunch of money, exactly,
Yeah. It's
because he
incredible.
was up in the
Well,
top two or three.
yeah, he had a run for number one for a minute there. So, and
Hmm.
again, flashes of greatness. He's got real greatness in him that's really exciting. So we're going to see a lot of cool stuff out
Oh
of
yeah,
him.
you will see a lot of him.
He'll
Um,
have his opportunity.
he will, and there's a lot of these golfers who are looking in their rearview mirror who are 46, 47 years old. Justin Rose and Zach Johnson and them are looking in the rearview mirror going, who are these Oberg kids who are just destroying things? And there's a
Yeah,
lot of
so
kids coming
funny.
through that are going to be doing really good in the next few years.
That's cool. Yeah, I don't know if you heard one of the announcers say about Ludwig that he's got like basically all the ignorance of youth, none of the bad memories of Augusta yet. So he's like out there just having a good time in comparison where Rory really has. Man, can you imagine the stress level and the weight of the world that Rory has each time he plays the Masters? I wonder if he will feel like a lot of relief and can play more freely now. And then he might just tear it up a little bit.
Well, he won the Players, so he's on his way to Player of the Year. I'm thinking though that he woke up this morning, looking over, seeing the green jacket that's hanging there on the back of the door, going, "I wonder what's going to be for next year's Masters dinner that I'm going to do."
That's right. I hope he makes it a good Irish dinner. That would be so fantastic.
Well, you know what? We are wrapping this up, so this has been fun. I love the Masters portion of it. Next week we'll be talking about the hangover from the Masters. How's that?
Yeah, it'll be a little bit till, yeah, for this to run its course. I might have
Well,
to watch the end of that again. It was
well,
so
well, actually,
exciting.
next week is going to be the RBC Heritage from down in Hilton Head, so that's going to be a good one.
Cool. Can't wait for it.
Oh, this is Joel Wilson. I'll see you at the next tee box.
And your girl Tammy, till next time.